Back at Indianapolis Raceway Park, the caution has just come out. We'll show you why in a minute. Here come the leaders for a much-needed stop on pit road, and probably the only stop they'll make this race.
So now becomes a battle. Who is going to win it off pit road? Scott Wimmer's there, Mark.
He's one of the first guys in, Benny. It looks like he sustained some right side damage. They've gone around and changed tires that way. They've also made an adjustment over there to try to loosen up the car just a little bit and give it a little bit more bite. They're on around the left-hand side, and now let's go to Ralph Shaheen.
Brian Vickers, the race leader, is in. He's taking 4 tires and fuel. They can make an adjustment left side air. He was just a little bit tight with this car. Kerry Earnhardt stops just in front of him. David Green right in front of that. He's taking tires and fuel as well. And Vickers away, had trouble getting out in front of some of the guys from Kerry Earnhardt's crew, kind of blocking his exit a little bit, but he's away.
And Ron Hornaday, the 2 car, the AC Delco car, has won the battle off pit road.
Shane Meal stalled his car, hesitated a little bit leaving his stall, as did Jason Keller, but the big loser on that set of stops, David Green in the 37. He went in 3rd of the cars that stopped, 3, 6, 9. He's going to be 10th coming off pit road.
I tell you, pit crews, I mean, that's why those guys practice week in and week out, 7 days a week, to make sure when we come down pit road, those guys can get us back out in the position we came in. And this is what they live for. They want to see your driver come down in a running for the lead, and they can do the best they can and get you back out and fix the guys pumped up.
All right, let's show you what put us under caution. Remember, the 77 car was the one that was involved in the change of lead a minute ago?
Dana White off turn 2, around he goes, and there's Scott Wimmer, the 23, just barely getting by. On board to Wimmer as he goes down in turn 1.
Safe to say he got a little help here.
I don't know, the 1 car might have gotten into him, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put some money
Might
on
have
it.
helped him some. A great move by Scott Wimmer. Close.
So Ron Hornaday is the leader off the pit stops, and what happened on David Green's stop? Let's see if we can find out.
There he is, the 37 car, all the cars leaving, and he's trying to back up because the 26 car has him blocked in. I measured those pits down there before I came up. They're 9 steps long. A race car was 6 steps long.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, BP, all short tracks have short pit boxes. We always run into that at Martinsville and Bristol and places like that. And it's tough because you want to get in as straight as you can for your pit guys to make all the right adjustments, make sure they can hit the lugs. But sometimes those guys will pull in front of you because Kevin Grubb did not have a great angle getting into his pit, so he had to leave his tail out. David Green had to back up. Very costly.
So track position changes hands on the pit stop. Ron Hornaday went in 5th, came out with the lead. Brian Vickers shuffled back to 2nd, followed by Shane Meal. Scott Wimmer moves up to 4th. Jason Keller 5th. David Green back to 10th behind Ashton Lewis, Stacy Compton, Kyle Busch, and Mike Skinner.
Here the cars come. Restart.
Flag, green flag, green flag.
Mr. Restart gets him a good jump as usual, Ron Hornaday.
Now let's see if he can hold off Vickers.
They had a great pit stop to put Ron out in the lead. He was not running that well coming in, and guys must have busted off a great one to give him that track position. And it's going to be tough passing him. He knows how to make that AC Delco call very wide.
Vickers is hunting.
He's turned left and just turned under the 2 car. Has position off turn 2.
He has not made the pass yet, though.
I thought he was going to slide up into him there for a second.
I did, too. He did a good job holding his car down. Here comes Shane Meal. That's what I was talking about earlier. He takes the chance on the bottom. If he does not complete the pass, Shane Meal will try to trap him down on the inside and follow the 2 car to 2nd place. So we'll see what happens.
Vickers knows right now is his best time with these fresh tires to get by Hornaday. If they put 20, 30 laps on those tires get hot, he's going to be awfully hard to pass. But he's pretty hard to pass with these cold tires.
So you got him this time. Got those left side tires on that apron. The new leader, Brian Vickers. Coming into today, Shane Meal had only led 91 laps in his NASCAR Busch Series career.
Wow.
Led more than that here at IRP.
And he wants to get back to do it some more. 107 was not enough for him.
So Vickers back out in front. Here's Shane Meal for second by Hornaday. The one car, David Stremme, is the first car a lap down in 18th place. Next one on the lead lap will be Scott Wimmer in the Stacker 2 car.
That's him as he closes in on the back of Stremme.
He doesn't want to mess with Stremme long. He wants to kind of get by him as quick as he can without using up his tires. I think he needs to save them. He wants to try to work his way up the battle with Vickers or Shane Meal.
All right, so after the shuffle of pit stops in track position, Brian Vickers has reassumed the lead at Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're on the short side of the laps here. 81 left to go. NASCAR Busch Series racing from Indianapolis Raceway Park is brought to you by Fridays. Eat what you love where you eat at Fridays. AC Delco Automotive Parts, when the right way is the only way. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans. And Advil, for strong, long-lasting relief, advance to Advil. 75 laps to go here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Brian Vickers and Shane Meal back into the top 2 spots. Big mess in turn 1. Ashton Lewis, Kyle Busch, caution flags out.
Looks like some pretty heavy damage to the back of Ashton Lewis's car, but it's moving. Also some damage to the left front.
I don't think it's going to roll too far. That thing looked like it took a bad bump going backwards there. Kyle Busch has a lot of right front damage.
Third caution of the race. Kyle started 4th. Was running 11th, and Ashton was running 10th. So they were racing for that spot. Last lap by into turn 1, and it did not go well for them. It's tough for Ashton. He's really had a spate of late race misfortunes that have cost him a lot of good finishes this year.
He's really been running good too, and then just bad luck gets you sometimes. You get in that hole.
Ever see him making contact going down in the corner?
Kyle's going to feel bad about that.
Yeah, Kyle's been doing a great job racing here this year, not only in this series but also in the ARCA, and just looks like just got a little bit loose getting in and had to correct it a little bit, and just Ashton was the not the beneficiary of it.
So caution is out. Don't expect to see any of the leaders in. They've made the only pit stop they're going to make. We take a break here in the Kroger 200 in Indianapolis Raceway Park. Brian Vickers is your leader. Denny's wants to put you behind the wheel with the Richard Petty driving experience. Log on to NASCAR.com for information about the Denny's Dash sweepstakes. Plus, be sure to tune in to NBC. August 30th, watch live NASCAR Busch Series racing from Darlington as Denny's presents the South Carolina 200 from the great old Darlington Raceway. Under caution with a crash involving Kyle Busch and Ashton Lewis. Ralph?
Well, Ashton, your cars have been torn up on you so much this year. I hate it for you again, but what happened?
Just racing with Kyle. I don't know. Just he said he liked up the brakes getting in there and got into us. It's unfortunate we didn't have the qualifying run we wanted to and start 13th and drove it up to 7th. And guys did an awesome job on the pit stop, got me out in 6th, and just really waiting for the car to come back in. We were extremely good on the long runs and just buying through traffic, and somebody just got impatient. It's a shame for the whole Silver Air Patrol crew. I mean, this Chevrolet Monte Carlo is running well, and we've torn some cars this year, and not many of them are fault, just like this one, and it's a shame because we get them back together and get them fast. We just need to get to the finish line.
You were pretty frustrated when you got out of the car. How much of that was due to Kyle, and how much of it was just due to the fact of the kind of luck you've had this year?
It's just a little bit of both. I mean, the only thing he's got to realize is we got guys out there running for points, and I know he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but you know, I know it's short track racing, things happen fast, but you got to realize what you're racing around, who you're racing around, and I like to think I'm a pretty clean driver and give guys a lot of room when you need to. And when we were coming up in this sport and we were making our mark in it, we weren't wrecking people to get up to the front. We were still having good runs, and I think some people just need to learn that too.
There you go.
Ashton Lewis is out. Now, Scott Rakes, your championship leader coming into the race, 15th place.
And you can see that left rear tire, the sticker on the tire tells you he just made a pit stop, changed 4 tires, made some adjustments. He has not progressed very well tonight.
Yeah, he had nothing to lose, BP. He came in, they tried to make probably their final adjustment and then see what happens. They're going to try to have to get all the points they can to get to David Green. And like you say, has not moved up at all. So maybe these tires will work out a little better for him. And but track position is not in his favor right now. I think he wants everybody to behave on this restart. and hopes he can make it.
He was 15th at the caution flag, last on the lead lap. Nothing to lose by making that pit stop.
Green flag, green flag.
Scott Wimmer had some problems getting up to speed. And look at Shane Meal to the inside for the race lead.
Wow, he's going to come off turn 2 and lean against that 5 car. Now the slide job in 3.
These guys know the cooler the tires, now's the time you need to pass. So I think that's why Shane's taking this chance to try to get by him here on this restart.
Great battle for the lead in turn 1. But Vickers is not giving it up that easily.
Shane Meal is through. Whoa.
Clear.
How about a crossover? Vickers looks back to the inside. Nothing doing. Here comes Hornaday to join the fight. And Wimmer. Tell you, Wimmer, I don't know if he missed a shift on the restart or what, but he lost a bunch of ground on that restart. He's made it up fast.
His car was very good the first half of this race on the long run, and here he's trying to get on the Hornaday now for third. I think the older these tires get, I think the better that 23 car will get for the end of the race.
Scott Wimmer driving for Bill Davis for third position. And
he makes it.
He just drives by Hornaday. So those front 2 cars, they are going to have some company in a few laps. The company will be Scott Wimmer in the 23 car.
Jason Keller trying the same thing, getting under the 2 car here, going into back straightaway.
You know, there just gets to a point in a lot of these races where you just feel the intensity kick up a little bit. I think we hit it on that last restart.
I think those drives, they kind of sit in their seats, cinch them seat belts just a little bit tighter. They know it's getting down to business. It's go time.
63 laps to go when the leader comes to the start-finish line. This is the race for 4th, 5th. And Jason Keller still trying to work his way through Ron Hornaday. 57 and 2 are tied for third in the NASCAR Busch Series Championship. Both 50 points behind Scott Riggs entering the ninth.
And they're about tied on the racetrack. I think Keller finally does make the pass in the 57 car.
All right, so Keller to 4th. Hornaday back to 5th, ahead of Stacy Compton and David Green, who runs 6th and 7th. Scott Riggs, no progress, still back in 15th place, and up front, it's still Shane Meal leading Brian Vickers. 3 leaders, 4 lead changes tonight so far. 60 laps to go at Indianapolis Raceway Park. You're watching NASCAR on TNT.